Hey Diane, this will be a tutorial about the pages section. So if you click the pages in the backend, you can see all the pages that were created. So you have the title here, you have all the pages you have seen in the menu and you probably accessed yourself, and some pages that are something like you can see here, join low income, just means that you this is for example the page where you can obtain a new membership for low income on the Corona offer. And yeah, you have all the titles here. And what else is important here is maybe the date. I don't know if you worry about this, you don't have to worry about these colors here or anything, but what might be important is the access here. So you see these ones are all public, and the red ones here are restricted, have restricted access to logged in members. As you can see here, the member list, as well as the paragraph, journal, all the proceedings for members, and the thank you page are only accessible for members or logged in users. And now I will just show you how you can edit pages. I think you won't be adding new pages. The really new content you will add is probably just through the posts and not through new pages. And for that I will just, this is your website as you can see here, ajbs.org. I will go to the website that I'm hosting on my own server. It's basically the same, but I just don't want to make any changes to the website that is online now. And for that you can see it's exactly the same as the other ones, so you don't have to worry about that. As you can see, there's some pages that say Elementor, and this is the live page builder you will be using, and also these should be the only pages you're really editing. We can start with a front page. So as soon as you hover, you can see this option here, edit with Elementor. What would be maybe even easier is when you just go to the normal site, either by clicking here or by just going to the domain. Here it would be just ajbs.org. As you can see here, that you browse the site. For example, now you have the home page, and here you can just click edit with Elementor. Elementor is just the live page builder. And if you are just accessing the site like this and you are just looking at the about page, for example, you can just click edit with Elementor here and you will automatically come into edit mode without going through the backend. So that might be a little bit more handy. So we wanted to start with the Elementor home. I'm just gonna do it like this then to show you how this works. So we say edit with Elementor, and every page has the header, which is always there, and you're not going to change it this way. And I think this is the header, and it will also stay this way. Then you have an element, and this is the slider. As I said in the first tutorial, you will also not do it from here, you will do it in the backend. If you want to change pictures or this, for example, you have to do it through the backend, through the Smart Slider plugin. But these are the normal elements. And here you can just click and change something about the single elements. For example, here you can say welcome to AJBS, or click into the next element and just change something here, like put everything in bold, for example. And yeah, you can also edit really easily here, and click here. Then you have always options to your left. Also here you have options. This is the content, and here you can change the properties of the element. This is a button that is linked here to this page, but I think you won't really change this section. It's just mainly for you to like get a feeling about how to use the builder. Welcome to the Association of Japanese Business Studies, and you won't change anything about this here either, and this will update automatically too. So the front page is probably not that interesting. Also, this element here you're going to change in the backend. So I will go to the About page now, and as I said, you just have this bar up here. You can click Edit with Elementor, and now we can say, for example, that we want to edit the text here. So you click in here and say, for example, but I want this to be on left, and this text should also be on the left and not centered. And then you can just click update. But you can also go to the content here and change something with the content. And as soon as you're done with it, you can just update. It's updated. If you click here, this is an image that you can change to your preference. So if you click it, you have your media library, but what you will probably be doing is just uploading a new file from your computer to insert it into the page. The objectives probably won't change either. Got the annual meetings here. Maybe it's still interesting to have the button element here, and just see that you have a link here, and if the link should change or you want to link somewhere else, that you have to put it in here. In general, if you want to add new elements, for example, here at the bottom of the page, you click the plus, you will add a new section. Here you can choose the structure of the new section. For example, you want to put the way it is here, you want to put an image and the text. You can click the 50-50 structure, and you have these two pluses, so you can click the plus, and now on the bar in this menu at the left, you have all the elements that you can put here. For example, you want to put a video, so you just drag and drop the video here and put a random link like this one, and then click the other plus here and just put a text, and maybe also if you click up here at the top right, you also have all the elements. So for example, you could also take a heading and just drag and drop it here. Let's say this is our new video. You have your description here, and then you could just update the whole thing. I don't think you will be using this feature as much, but you have a lot of different elements here. It's really easy to use, and there are a lot of premium elements also, but the ones you will be using is probably putting videos, headings, and just paragraphs. And if there's any additional thing you want to implement that you don't know how to do it, you can always ask me. And yeah, for this, maybe it's still important that if you have an element, you have the content, you have the style section where you can edit the typography, the text color. It always depends on the element, obviously, and the advanced one for the position of the element. You probably won't be using it, but in case you're using it, it's really easy to use. It's just a drag and drop, and you just have to think of adding a new section, then adding the structure. And what you can also do is you have now this big section here, and you can just drag and drop it, for example, here, so that you can also change the structure of everything, and every element has its own properties. So if you have the content here, you can just place another link also by different sources. Okay, this is important for the page builder, and I am just thinking of use cases that for AJBS. I don't think you will be changing much about the about page. You might be changing something about the conference. So now we have the conference here. We can click again, edit with Elementor, and load it into the live page builder. You have the image here, you have the content, and you might be adding new content later on with information about the conference taking place in 2021. What you gotta do, what you will probably be doing, is to edit the title. You can just do it here, and what I would do right now is just I'll put it on the left like this, and just put a new text here and take this field. You have to click up here because you have to edit the column, put style. Then you see the image here. You choose a different image and just select the file, upload it. Take something from your media library that you've already uploaded, or as well use this tab where you have, this is something like Pexels, where you have free images, license free images. You can just add to your blog wherever you want. But yeah, probably what you're gonna do is just upload something here. At this page I would recommend something that is like a vertical image that you just put in here and add new content as soon as you know something new. And what also could be interesting here, you can see it once again, is on how to use links. So you click the chain symbol, you have the link here, and yeah, you can just add links like this. Okay, this should be for the conference. Then we can proceed to the proceedings tab. Yeah, if you change something, you always have to click update down here so the page is updated, because it's not saved yet. You have to update it first. And if you do something that you didn't want to do, for example, let's say I've just deleted the conference tab, I saved it, and everything went haywire and you're not sure what you have done and you want to restore the way it was before, you can go to history here. You go to the this preferences menu, and then you go to history here, and then you can just say, okay, I will take this one back, and then it's fine. Then you can update it again, or you go to revisions and see all the events where you've saved the page, and yeah, you can just click one and it will restore the version. Then it's back here again, just in case something should go wrong. You can just restore it to the default, and yeah, this is how you should do it. Then you just click update again, then it's updated, and then you have a live version. What you can do, in case you just want to see how it looks for the user without saving, is also clicking here preview changes, and it will give you like a preview of how it would look like without saving it, but you won't really need it. I don't think you will have any major modifications. So now we can proceed to the proceedings tab. This one is interesting because I have implemented something that as soon as you click proceedings as a member, you will be redirected to proceedings for members, because these are two different pages. This one is important, but I will do it later. And this one here, you don't have to edit it. because it's just the web shop. I can show you as a non-member now, and the problem is that you will be redirected automatically as soon as you're logged in, and this is just the way the page looks like when you're not logged in. And here you just have all the products that you will add through the backend through WooCommerce. You don't really have to worry about this page, because as soon as you add a new product every year, when there is a new proceedings available, you will upload it there and it will be added here automatically. If you want to change this section, you have to do it, like for example, if you want to change this text here, you have to do it like this, that you go to the backend, go to the pages section, have the proceedings, here at the title, the proceedings. So this is the proceedings for members, where you can just download things and you don't have to buy them because you're already logged in. As you can see, it is also restricted to members. And you have the proceedings for non-members. If you click edit with Elementor here, you can see this page. In case you want to edit it, you can see this one here. For example, you can change the text as usual. And this one is just an element you can't edit because it will just add the new products automatically. So there's nothing really you have to change. And this element up here is just the code I've used to redirect when someone is logged in, so that they're not logged in and they're purchasing proceedings that they have access to anyway. But I don't think that you will edit this. But if you want to, you should do it through the backend pages and then click edit with Elementor. Okay, hope that wasn't too confusing. Back to this one. So we have done these four. Now we go to membership. And click edit with Elementor again. Here, this is an element with these 5 benefits. These are boxes you can edit, so you can, for example, just click one of these elements here, then you can change the icon here. If you think that there's a better one, you have a selection of icons here that you can just insert. You can put a different description, like the access journals, if there's a better one you think, and this is the content of it. And I don't think you will want to change these benefits, but in case you want to, just click on it, and under the content tab you can change the content. I don't think you will change the style or the position of it, so these ones don't really matter. Next one is the choose your membership plan. These are all elements you can edit like before. What might be interesting for you is this Corona offer, because it will expire at some point, I assume. And if it is the case, you can just click here, edit column, and delete this column, and automatically these ones are gonna be spread over the whole area again. And in order to let it look better, you can click up here, edit section, these 6 dots, and have the content width, and maybe reduce it to, under layout, content width, maybe reduce it to 1200, and then you will have something like this. Browser just did this. I will just update it and show it to you. the way it would look like. This is pretty likely that you're gonna do this in the future, so I will just show you what you have to do exactly. And then you just removed the middle Corona offer and just have this one here left. Okay, another page that would be interesting to use, maybe the leadership tab. As soon as we maybe have a different president or something, you click again, edit with Elementor. And yeah, as you know, this is just the other domain. It will look the same to you, but I just don't want to make changes now on the new website and something's gonna go wrong. Okay, now we come to the leadership section. You're really likely to change this because the leadership is gonna change every, I don't know, 2 years or something. So if there's a new president, you can just click the elements here, click into this field, and change the title. Like if he should be the next president, you can just put Diane Bird here, put the new biography here, and yeah, this is the, if you want to change the alignment of this text, you can do it here. It should be like this. And the image of the person you can change by clicking the image, choosing the image like this, and just uploading a new file that will be compressed automatically as soon as you upload it. Yeah, this would be important. And also to these social icons, if you click these social icons, this tab opens, so you got Twitter, LinkedIn, link, and envelope. And to change, just because these buttons are linking to Fabian's personal page, you just click on Twitter and you change the link of the person, or in case Tomoki is gonna be the next president, you can as well just remove it over here. You add a new item, like you can just do it like this. Just add a new item like this, place it on top again, and add his link again. Yeah, also the alignment should be the same as, yeah, like here's on the left, here's on the right, obviously. And what you should also pay attention to is, this is the envelope, this is the email of the person. If you put the link here, so this is his email. If you have the email, you should put this in front of it, like mail to, and then these 2 dots, followed by the email, because this is gonna open Outlook or whatever program the person is using after clicking this. So if someone wants to contact him by email, they can just click this and their default mail program is gonna open up in case you put a mail to in front of it. Okay, this should all be easy, so you will just change these every few years. Here we have the additional team members. I think this is also pretty easy to change. You also have all these fields you can just change over here, and this is the same as above. Here we have the former presidents. We could, a thing I would recommend you here, for example, is to take this section, click on these 6 dots and just say duplicate, and then we click in here, say 2019 till 2021, and put Fabian Fröse and his position at the Georg August Universität in my hometown Göttingen, Göttingen, Germany. and then always click on update so that you save all the changes. And if you should close the site without changing it, you will be prompted to confirm that you won't leave with the data being lost in case you're not saving it before. So you should always update the page. And this is it for the leadership page. We don't need this. So now we can go to the member area. So now we have this section here. You can't edit this because this is just, you can't edit it. It's just given by the plugin. But this is the account page where the users can change their information. They can look at their active subscriptions. There is no subscription here because I'm just the admin. They can see all their payments and they can log out. But important things might be the proceedings page. Here you just take, you have all the proceedings, and what I would do is just take this section here and click on these 6 dots and duplicate it, and then just change this here to 21, this one also to 2021, maybe it was in Berlin, Germany. Here you click the image, you can change the image. I will just, for an example, say CD. Take this one here, save and insert this. Insert media. It's bigger now because, it's just, if you just take the, it's just gonna resize itself. Anyway, important now for the download button is that you have this link here, and as I showed you before, you go to media and just upload the file here, add new, and I will just go to desktop and have the proceedings 2021 file. Now we have the file here, we have the link. If you click it, this one we can copy, and then we just gonna replace it here and save the whole thing, so that when someone is accessing the site, they can just look at the update and just download the file immediately. Here, proceedings 2021. So this is it for now. We also have the member list, but this shouldn't be of any importance for you because this is just gonna happen automatically. You can also adjust this for you still, but as soon as someone is obtaining a new membership, this information is just gonna be added here. Also, you won't be changing this site, or this one you can't change. So this is all you need to know for the pages. I know it was a really long tutorial, but now you know everything about the pages and what you will be likely to edit